And straight after that, we've got Poppy. If you haven't seen Poppy's channel, go and check him out too. He's good for a chat. He's fun. And he makes cool stuff.
Hey gang, Poppy here. We're in the shop, as you can see. I was out here, it's Saturday evening now. I was out here Tuesday evening filming, I should say recording uh, the video of my fitting my follower rest for my lathe, and the first cuts for the first part for the bracket I need to make to hold my follower rest the way I want it held. I shot that on the Android. Android lost it. IBM wouldn't pick it up. Many times IBM has picked it up. Not this time. Android wouldn't find it when I put the chip back in the Android. Can you say Fuster clock? Okay. Then, so I spent Wednesday banging my head against the wall. Thursday, my wife, she volunteered to bang her head against the wall trying to get it. And yesterday, I had an MRI. It was supposed to be an open MRI in Willits. And some glow stick, you know what a glow stick is? That's someone so stupid you want to snap them and shake the shit out of them till the light comes on. Some glow stick, oh well, Clear Lake's far closer than Willits. Clear Lake doesn't have an open side MRI. Willits does. So I get all the way there, and when did you guys get an open side MRI? We don't have one. I'm supposed to be having an open side MRI. Well, they brought you to the wrong place, honey. Unfortunately, I took the 2 lorazepams they give me so I could relax and not freak out in the tunnel, They didn't hit till after I got home. And talk about 24 freaking hours of the best sleep ever. Oh yeah. So anyway, just to illustrate crudely, cross slide, I should say the saddle of the lathe is here. This goes on and hooks, clamps here, and this is loose. I'm making a bracket two holes tapped and threaded there. Underside on the saddle of my lathe. A couple of holes drilled through this, drilled and tapped in the cross slide of the lathe that will bolt this rigidly. Then I'll think about putting a hole here to a threaded hole on the saddle so that this part will be superfluous and go bye-bye. And I also showed how I want to see if I can turn this bronze piece right there where my finger is into a 240 degree V. And this 240 degree V catches the part you're cutting, and your tool comes in here. It's, in my opinion, would be more rigidly and accurately supported. Because this one takes into account sideways and climbing over the tool, but does nothing about submarining. Imagine the V there, that'll take care of that, all three of them. And when I was cutting this, I quoted a sort of shout out to Blondie Hack's host, Quinn Dunkey. And she says that a bandsaw or a drill press are the two most efficient ways for removing excess metal. Bitch, 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 bitch. You can tell I keep her happy because she's always bitching. Anyway, now this is too thick. About half that thick. And luckily I have a ditch down one side, part of another side about halfway there. Hey. So, let's zoom you in here a little bit. Okay. So now I'm going to roughly notice I'm setting the height of this blade support. Very important. Very, very important. Now this is your standard bimetal blade, you know, high-speed tips on a really nice tool steel band. I do think that this is not 6061. I think it's in the 70 series, maybe something like 7075, as hard as it is. Yeah. Poppy no fool. Okay, now. I guess it'll be this one, since that's got a nicer side on the side where I want it nice. This will go like so. So I have 2 holes going into here, and 2 holes through here going into the underside of the carriage. Yeah. Okay. Have a sip of my coffee. Ah. Well, actually, that was more like a guzzle. That's good enough for that. It's a bandsaw. For God's sake. It's a bandsaw, for God's sake. That's good enough. Okay, now move this over here so that this and this can go over there. Now, very carefully, grab this. Put you here. Oh, that coffee's good. Of course, my coffee's always good. But I thought you might want to know that. One, two, boing. Okay. Now, here on the auxiliary work surface, we have okay. There's damn handle. There. Now, here's there we go. Hey, so here's the headstock. Here's the motor speed controller assembly. And you notice I've got baling wire holding it. Well, that was an emergency repair. How emergency? Well, if I recall correctly, I was on camera. I didn't have the luxury to ad lib. But that's okay. My quick little baling wire fix. And this is baling wire. This is really, really fine iron wire for crafts. Now, put these back in the rack. Come around here. Huh. Got my computer glasses on when I should be wearing the real world glasses. Oh, that's much better. Actually came into focus. Okay, now, as you see, I've got this damn. It was some kind of outlet box listed 50, 40, anyway, there's this little aluminum box that I fitted it to the motor, two little slots so that the hose clamp could clamp it to the motor. Hang you right there. Now, we have the shear line motor, which goes like so. Anyway, I'm going to be mounting it like so. Now, I'm going to stop you for a minute while I go in the house and get a tool. Okay, I'm back. Take these 4 screws, holding this piece in very carefully out, and I set them right over here where you can't see them, but I can. Number 3. And number 4. Now, I want to mount like so. This bracket got to go. Yeah, that bracket got to go. Oh, this could be a real fuster cluck, children. But no, you don't. Yeah, sketchy is the word. And now, here they are. Come out, you damn plastic. Ah! Now, snip these two. Ah! Now, there. Okay. Now, turn you back over. Maybe I should put yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put the bandsaw back. Because that is done for it for the moment, for the knots. There. Lift. Pivot. Gently, carefully stop and lift. There we go. Okay. Hey, I'm back. I have here a vibro tool. What I want to do is I want to scrub off the high spots and clean this up. Well, that's pretty clean. Actually, really clean, except for one little corner where I don't think I'm going near with the treatment this is getting. Ah! Oh! Let go of me, you. Okay, now, over here. Some perennial favorites. These cheap Velcro now. Okay. Now, acetone. And something to open it with, maybe. Let's see. Will you work? Hey, that hasn't worked in forever. Couple sheets of paper towel. You can't see it, but I'm there. That's wicking up real good. What the hell? Can't hurt. Scrub down the whole thing. Now, you can't see it here. Whoa, is that filthy. Now, I acetoned the back of the motor speed controller. I'm not going to risk shaking anything loose. There. Okay. I'll put that right there in my miscellaneous. Okay. Now, put this stuff out of the way. Hopefully not. Yeah, that's the clean side. Yeah, that's the clean side. And there. Get it on the correct side. I'm going to have to wash this thing down with the acetone again, obviously, because I'm getting my greasy fingerprints all over it. Hey, you see this? Now I've got to set this back in place. Retighten my hose clamp. Okay, now obviously I need to re-clean that spot. There, that's good. Thought it was out of adjustment for a moment there. Yeah. Okay. Saturated paper towel. Again. Drip, drip, drip. Definitely saturated. Okay, now. Oh, that were filthy. Hey. There. Okay, now. You see this? All scrubbed nice and clean like with my vibro tool. And you see these are your basic cheap cloth screen door replacement things. Trying to get one of these corners. There it is to let go. Now, there. That is fixed. At least until I decide to do a reversible motor job here. That's a bit a ways up the road. So, let's see. The heck? I seem to have accomplished the things I wanted to. Cut that piece of aluminum in half. Remount this motor a better way. I won't say properly, but better than it were. Yes, it was. Yes, it is. All right. Hey, gang. Let's do this right. Hey, gang. I'm glad you showed up for this episode. Please come back for more. Good night from California.